So recently I was invited down to the Titleist fitting studio to try out the new TSI2 and TSI3 driver range and fairway range. But instead of just doing a standard review video and a first look video, what I wanted to do was take the opportunity of my custom fit to answer a couple of questions for you guys. Those being, what are the pitfalls of buying a driver straight off the shelf? And also, if you were to not change my golf swing, by custom fitting that club, could that new club make me a better golfer? So let's head over to the Titleist fitting studio now, meet Scott, and find out how we answer those questions in my custom fitting. Where do we want to start? I
think certainly from a driver point of view, we need to get some ground numbers in there. We need to get some baselines so that we can then decide which direction we want to go.
Perfect.
If I get you to hit some shots for me,
yeah.
Take some readings, take some numbers, and go from there.
Okay.
Again, we're just working through this, trying to get baseline numbers. We're trying to get that one that gives us the true reflection of your swing,
yeah,
the true reflection of the shot you like,
yeah,
and then work back inwards from the bad shots as well.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if we can make it, like you said, a little bit more consistent.
Yeah.
Length comes with it, great, but if we
yeah,
can keep it in play more often.
Yeah, for me, and I think, you know, marketing and stuff like that nowadays, and what we see on TV is all about, you know, distance. For me, if I could hit a few more fairways, that would be more beneficial. You know, I'd almost feel that I could swing it harder if I'm hitting it straighter. Yeah. Wasn't too bad, but.
So I think when we're looking at the numbers, before we go into the numbers, I think if we look at the dispersion,
yeah,
you know, left to right and right to left,
yeah,
you know, we've got one there on the left hand side. It's that first shot early on,
yeah,
maybe not quite loosened up,
yeah,
we've got 45 yards left,
yeah,
and then we've got the one to the right, which is 40 right, so there's quite a big,
it's quite a bit,
area there, isn't it? So from a fitting point of view, if we can dial in on a shaft and on the CG location in terms of manipulating the head weight, then there's a possibility that we can really dial in that dispersion.
So there we have it. We're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up, getting a baseline for me to hit my driver before moving on into trying out the product line and seeing if we can fit it to me to make my dispersion a lot tighter, and like I say, ultimately not change my golf swing but make me a better driver of the golf ball. But before we do that, let's just find out from Scott what he thinks about the pitfalls of buying a driver directly off the shelf are. I've got this driver here. Love the driver, great head, great shaft. That shaft I've had for 3 or 4 years now. I've just said, well, that's the middle of the road driver, that's what I do. So what are the pitfalls of just getting a, you know, I'm a supposedly decent player, you know, scratch handicap, and this is the model that suits that handicap. What would be the pitfalls there?
The inconsistencies. What I look for, or what we look for when players are getting fitted, is just the transition from through the swing, you know, from the bottom of the swing to the top of the swing and then back down into the ball. Yeah. And what it does on the golf ball. Yeah. And if you can get dialed in with your numbers and really bring in that dispersion and even increase distance, then that's got to be a good thing. So yeah, I certainly think you're going to find some inconsistencies from products straight off the shelf. Yeah.
So as a general sort of rule of thumb, if you are in a certain handicap bracket, don't just go for that driver that is supposedly for you. Go and get that fit first off.
Dialed in.
So there we have it, folks. As Scott said, there's a lot of intricacies when you are buying a new driver, and there's so many different little things you can change, whether it's loft, the shore fit system, how the track works, the shaft, the head shape, everything like that all goes into the part of a custom fit. So if you're just buying straight off the shelf, the chances of you getting all those things right are very, very limited. For the time it takes for a custom fit, and a lot of places offering them for free, or if you were to pay for one, I'd definitely recommend that. It's definitely worth it, because then you know you've got the driver that is right for your golf swing. You're not going to take months and weeks or whatever it may be, a lot of time on your part trying to get around the driver, trying to fit your swing to it. If you just go in, make your normal golf swing, you can have the club fit to you, and you're not going to waste your time time then faffing around and fiddling and questioning whether that driver is ultimately right for you as well. So don't be buying it straight off the shelf. Make sure you go and get a fitting whenever you're getting your new driver from whatever range of handicap you are. It might just be getting the right shaft for you, or even just the right setting on the neck, or moving the weight ever so slightly could make a huge change, even if you're at the higher handicap or beginner standard setting as you start. Let's head over now, but let me tell you a little bit before we do about the Titleist drivers. Also, at the end of the video, to test this theory of can we make me a better driver of the golf ball by just fitting the club, we're going to have a little bit of a competition with my driver. We're going to take 5 balls with mine, 5 balls with the club that I get fit for, and see if with my golf swing we can make me that better driver. But let's find out a little bit more about the Titleist drivers now.
One of the benefits of ATI that we're seeing with players that are transitioning just now, is that's actually retained speed.
Right, yeah, because it felt like it was
there.
Yeah, like if it would have been an iron, it would have been a shank. But
which is a good thing.
So the ATI face, this is the material that was military grade.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So it's more stable across the face, more flexible across the face.
Okay.
So we're seeing a lot more consistency on the slightly off-centre shots.
Yeah. So for anyone who's not middling it every time, you're still going to see similar ball speeds.
All we've done here is exactly the same weight at the back of the head.
Yeah.
We've just moved it much more sort of towards the heel, okay?
Okay. Putting it that way really would make the face turn over more, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But for me, sometimes that might not be the best thing.
It might actually be, if you think again of that control and that face angle,
Yeah.
you know that your bad shot, the face wants to sit a little bit more open, so if that can allow the face to close, you should get more square contact.
Yeah.
Now, chatting through where your miss is on the driver as well, when you chatted through about being on the heel side, basically the track system allows us to marry up where the sweet spot is for you.
Yeah.
So if your miss is towards the heel, with the track system there, you can really stabilise that off centre.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? Well,
see, like I would have gone the other way. I put it towards the toe because I'm scared of the left.
Think about the gearing effects. So we're talking about CG location.
Yeah, so that would make it spin even more open.
The other way.
Yeah, so then
the ball will turn towards the CG.
Yeah.
Really like that. So again, you're looking at the speed point of view.
Yeah.
Even just that subtle change of going into H2 at the back.
I would have said that was slightly heely, if anything, as well.
And it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bullet as well. Sometimes you'd hit that one and it carving a lot. Right then, Scott. So we've found the club we want for me.
Yep.
TSI3. We're now going to go 5 with the Mizuno.
Yep.
I'll lose your 5 balls probably right again.
No,
see if just fitting the club to my golf swing has found me more fairways. Let's go 5 balls each, see if we've got more consistency.
Let's have a look.
I think I've missed the fairway every time there. Yeah, well, probably two.
Two were okay, I think.
2 were good.
A couple out to the right.
Right, the big moment then. Right then, so we can see where I've gone there, and it is that carvy right. So what have we gone for here? It was TSI3 D4 H2, so
correct.
Everything more towards the heel a little bit, or in the weight to make the sweet spot more towards the heel.
This is to stabilise your off-centre shots a little bit more than where it was at.
Yeah.
And hopefully give us some more speed and improve the dispersion.
Yeah, that would be sort of the miss generally, that heel one. So 5 shots with the TSI3. Let's see if we can hit some fairways. That'll do down the middle.
Good best.
Yeah. And do you know what? That didn't even feel like my best strike, but split the centre, I would say that one felt like. Right then, you've done your job there.
Oh.
You've got me finding more fairways, and
Good.
It was all through, you know, fitting the club to me, wasn't it? My swing felt the same on all of those. Yep. The strike locations on the misses felt the same, but we're seeing that this is, you know, quicker, and as we see from this one there, you know, a lot more tighter in terms of dispersion. Like I said to you earlier, for me, playing better golf, all from being in the fairway, not carving it at the trees, and if I've got a bit more confidence to swing at it because I know it's going there.
Yeah.
So there we have it, folks. Scott did a great job there, and a big thank you to him, and also giving me the understanding of the club. We've got 2 settings now that if I were to put this driver into the bag, which I most probably will, I did really like that classic look of the 983K for me. It looked gorgeous, sounded gorgeous, felt gorgeous, but knowing how the club should be set for me was a massive thing. Like I say at the start of the video, I just had that same shaft in my driver for 3 or 4 years, and I thought that was the right thing and just went for that model. And understanding a little bit more about how I can change the centre of gravity and change how the driver sits has helped me massively, and as we can see there, I've become a better driver of the golf ball by actually getting my dispersion tighter. Distance has gone up a little bit as well. I think that's more on my part, actually getting in the gym and getting rid of some of my timber to make sure I can get a little bit quicker, but definitely seeing that dispersion has got tighter just through using my normal golf swing is a massive, massive help. So 2 big questions answered there for us today in this video. Number 1, the pitfalls of buying it off that shelf, and number 2, can new golf clubs make you a better golfer? The answer is yes. If you get it custom fit correctly, you can utilise your swing. Obviously there's going to be limitations, and that's then up to you to work on your technique, but if you've got the right clubs tuned in for your golf swing, it can definitely help you with your consistency as you go through it. A big shout out to Scott and Titleist for helping me make this video. If you did enjoy this video, guys, do remember to hit that like button down below, and also hit the subscribe button. Plenty more stuff coming for you to help you become a better golfer, whether it's teaching or it's tech videos, anything that I can do to make you play better golf. That's what I want to do. So hit the subscribe button down below for me and join me more in future lessons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a new video very soon.